Okay, just going to have a run through of the E Mon Class 6000 training course. This is for a new product rollout for North America, and later in 2021 we will be doing a European version as well, covering EMEA. Okay, there's no voiceover to this at the moment, so I'll narrate. There we go. This is built using a template that I designed and has been approved for global use now by Honeywell. The title screen here I created using Adobe CC, Photoshop for the actual product image. Text here was basically put together and animated using Adobe After Effects. All has now been agreed as standard layout. I did write the design principles, which have now been sent to all instructional designers across the BEMS e-learning design team. The template that you see here, I designed, and again, it has been agreed and is the standard template now for the e-learning team globally. So that's within Europe, US, and parts of Asia and Australia. Okay, continue. After the title screen / home screen, we have a welcome, basically just welcoming the learner to the course. Standard layout, as you can see, the ratio is quadrant and third designed. This one here is actually from the quadrant design, 1, 2, 3, 4. Title top left quadrant, logo bottom left, body text, as you can see, is split between the two left and right quadrants. To the right, top and bottom quadrants. To the right, we have image. Image can either be product or product in use, product installation. Here we've got product installation, and the image is right, top and bottom quadrants, and the continue button is in the bottom right quadrant of the screen. This I designed around the design language design language overview of interactive clicks, what Honeywell expects. So we've got the Honeywell blue standard state, then we've got the mouse over state, and it also has a click state. I made the text bigger. Initially, it's a smaller weight, bold. I moved it to black for a larger weight, and I actually increased the size as well. Let's continue. Objectives comes after welcome. Objectives are that, just telling the learner the objectives of the course, what they'll get from the course, what the course will cover, and in some cases what they will be able to prove, what they'll be able to show. Again, sticking to the quadrant design, continue. I built this system now. It's just a course navigation page. Basically, I built this using Adobe After Effects and Photoshop. All of our courses now will feature the navigation page, just helping the learner, if they're new to the course, just helping them to navigate the page, each slide within the player screen here. Click to the navigation. The simulation that comes up, that I basically created that using Illustrator, moved it across into Adobe, into Storyline 3, added a number of hotspots with interactive layers, just giving them a little bit more information on each part of the screen. So, for example, here, continue, or here, we have our icons, what they do. There you go. just to help the learner navigate the screen and understand what each area is for. Continue. Course menu. Again, as you can see, quadrant design. This is pretty standard layout. Info to the right, product to the right, upper and lower. Info in the upper, product in the lower quadrant. Upper left, lower left, standard, as we said before. We have our interactive clicks. These take us to specific areas of the course. State, layers, we have, set state, we have Honeywell red. Mouse over, we have the mouse over gray. These hex codes here are concurrent throughout all of our products, all of our digital products. These hex codes for interactivity of buttons are set. So let's go to the overview first. Course overview is exactly that, just an overview of the course, how it's presented, how it's divided, and what it covers. Pretty straightforward again. Quadrant design again. That's it really. So continue. One thing you'll notice in the actual play screen, there is no back button at all. This was specifically agreed for this particular course so that they continue through the course. The student, the learner continues through the course, not flipping backwards and forwards. Like I said, this was agreed by the SME and the owner, product owner, for this course only. In other courses that I've built, we do have next buttons and back buttons. In this one, not really. Excuse me. This is just basically talking about configuration using the HMI or the Smart app. This course, obviously, as it says, is focusing on using the HMI rather than the phone application to do this. Later updates, we will be adding sections of phone use. Here we just have an overview of the product itself. Some technicians will no doubt use this just to see the updates to the interface. Others who have a greater understanding of the legacy or are familiar with this new product, maybe they've already had their hands on it, they may just skip this. So we've given them that option. They can either click and see what each area relates to, or they can just hit continue and go through to the next screen. It's their choice. One more click there, for example, number 4. Contains meter information. This is actually, I blurred this out because this meter information here relates to Europe, not to North America. Back, and let's just continue through. Very good. So let's move on to wiring the terminals. Information on wiring, an overview of wiring the terminals. Specific functions, specific areas that need to be addressed when wiring and rotating. Continue. Oh, before we do continue, as you can see, information to the resource up here. We have some information that the learner can download. It is basically safety and installation manuals and user manual. Let's continue. Initially, this was video based, but it was the subject matter expert didn't want to go with a full video based section. They wanted it to be more text led, which is what they got. So the video that I had here has been removed and I just kept texted now. Okay, that's the final one, which goes out. We have a continuation here, and this takes us through to the push in terminal. Image here, they wanted to remain simply because it has the actual schematic in place that the tech can follow. This here I created using Photoshop, Illustrator, and the motion was done again using Adobe After Effects. Continue. Let's go into a note section. The note sections are direct clips from the user manual. Specific information that needs to be reinforced. Okay, continue. And we continue through to the first knowledge check. With our courses at present, we are not doing final assessments. We are basically putting pertinent knowledge checks in after each section, consisting of 3 questions or a blend of questions and tasks. As you can see, submit button has now appeared here. So, A, decide if the statement below is true or false, hit submit. The E Mon meter can only be wired from the front. I'm going to say true. Hit true. Oh, it's wrong. Well, that's not right. Try that one again. So let's go back. Try again. I think it's false, obviously. There we go. So the feedback lets the learner know that it's the correct answer, and it gives them information why, some feedback on why it's correct. Again, it's reinforcing and offering deeper insight. Continue. B, read the statement below, answer yes or no, hit submit. Multiple choice again, closed information. Is it possible to wire a cable to the terminals when they are not attached to the meter? I'm just going to put yes. Oh, it's incorrect again. So go back, but no. And there we have it. Feedback with reinforcement and additional information. Continue. C, select the correct answer. Hit submit. What are the small red sliders on the top and bottom of the terminal used for? These here. To attach, to seal, I think to seal. Submit. That's right. And continue. Continue through to a completed screen. Basically lets them know that that section is now over, and it just gives a quick recap on what was covered. There's no recap reinforcement slide in this course. Other courses that I have built do have a condensed summary with a little more information. Anyway, let's continue. Return to the menu, and as you can see, these states here are now in visited grey. Continue. So here we are in the mounting in a standalone enclosure. Again, we have a little bit of information relating to the enclosures. What is available? There are 3 available, as you can see. This here is going to be concentrating. This section here, sorry, is going to be concentrating on number 3, which, as you can see, is a high quality plastic with a viewing window for indoor and outdoor use. Again, to the right, going into the upper and lower quadrants, we have the product within said enclosure. So this is the enclosure, there's a meter inside, here's the window. Okay, let's continue.